Okay, this lesson will be on the multiplication of integers, which is page 13 and 12, 12 and 13 in your textbook, although I have them right here in front of you. So this is page 12, and the right side will be page 13. I'm going to go through the left side first, give you the instructions, and then we'll show you some work. And so the other tool that you'll need on this will be in your interactive notebook as well. This integer rules, even though this one's different here than what we have in our interactive notebook, the same rules apply. Okay, so you can use repeated addition to multiply an integer by a whole number. So if you have a -3 plus a -3, it's going to equal -6. In other words, you have one set of -3 and a second set of -3. And so with two sets of -3, that is still going to give you the same answer. So repeated addition is multiplication. So now notice up here they had the -3, and when you're adding a -3, you continue to go left. And over here, notice that the 2 is a positive, and according to our integer rules, we are going to be working with this box right there, and it says multiplication and division. If it's the same sign, you're going to get a positive answer. If it's different signs, you're going to get a negative answer. So if we go back to this, this is different signs, which means you're going to get a negative answer, and that's what we did. So the product of a positive and a negative integer is negative. Let's look at example number 1. Multiply -2 times 4, -2 times 4, and here, again, you're going to use your chart, but you can use absolute value. If you took the absolute value of -2, that's going to give you 2. Right there it is. And then they just take that 2 times the absolute value of 4, that's going to give you 8. And then you just go back up to the original problem, and you'll notice that they're different signs. And so with the different signs, you're going to attach the negative to it. So a -2 times 4 equals -8. Again, the product of 2, okay, this is the new section here. This is the new section right here. The product of two positive integers is positive. So notice there's no negatives here. So 2 times 3 will give you 6. Look at the pattern of these products to find the sign of the product of the two integers. If you have 2 times -3, that's going to give you a -6 because different signs. 1 times -3 is going to give you -3. 0 times -3 is going to give you 0, and that is because 0 is neither positive or negative. Now, what happens? -1 times a -3, and put a question mark there, but 3 times 1 is 3, and because you have two negatives, you have same signs, your answer is going to be positive. -1 times -3 is a positive 3. And that's what they're trying to show you here is this pattern. You're going to go -3 or -6, -3, 0, then -3. And if you did -2 times -3, you're going to get a positive 6. So the product of two negative integers is positive, just like the product of two positive integers is positive. So the only time you're going to get a negative answer when one is positive and one is negative. One more example to go and we'll be done here. Multiply a -4 times -5. Now notice that these are in parentheses. They don't have the little dots here to indicate multiplication. Two digits in multiplication close, or two digits in parentheses that are close together indicate multiplication. So 4 times 5 is 20. And again, you're going to use that multiplication chart. Do you have the same signs or do you have different signs? Here, they did the absolute value. They took the absolute value, -4, got a 4. Absolute of -5, got a 5. 4 times 5 is 20. And then, like I said, they're going to go back up here and they're going to look at their original problem, and it's two negatives. So when you have two negatives, your answer is going to be positive 20. All right, bookwork. As you already know and aware, you're not doing the box and you are not doing the bottom. So I'm going to change up colors here. I'm going to do number 1 here and number 2 to kind of help you, but then you should have no problems going 3 through 15. All right, you have a positive 3 times a positive 5. So one of the first tricks that I always teach kids is maybe you want to just do the multiplication first. So 5 times 3 is 15. All right, this is same sign. So what are my rules? Same signs. Oh, it's positive answer. So my 15 will be my answer. Number 2, I'm going to do the math first. 2 times 5, okay, that's a 10. But, oh, I have one positive, one negative. This is different signs, which means that is going to be a negative 10. In your bookwork today, you're going to write out the problem in black font, but your answers are going to be in red. Please don't forget that. All right, you are good to go and begin.